Greg, our intern, is in here. Greg, we talked to you before the show. You had some issues, and you wanted us to help you out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's your issue?
Man, I got a feeling that the Texans, they're not going to get it done against the Eagles, and there's really no chance that they're going to make the playoffs.
And you've tried talking to yourself about this and tried changing your opinions. You went through and looked at different things, and you still feel like the Texans will not beat the Eagles or make the playoffs.
There's no way that I don't think there's any way they beat the Eagles. And with that, their season is doomed, and there's no way they make the playoffs.
All right, so we were talking about how we can help Greg out because you've tried everything. Danny, you and I are huge Inception fans.
Definitely.
And we talked about this. We said, why not do a sports Inception? Why not do something that can plant an idea in Greg's head that will help him believe that the Texans can make the playoffs? So we will actually do the first ever sports Inception on radio. And we need to assign duties. I'll be the chemist, all right? I'll be the guy that puts everyone to sleep, and I'll kind of walk you through everything. Danny, who are you going to be?
The dude.
You're going to be that dude. You're going to be the guy who's flipping upside down. I like that, the dude. And, Matt, since you are the producer, you can be the architect for this whole thing. So we'll put the dream inside your head, but it's actually affecting Greg.
I can do that.
All right, well, let's start it up, our first ever sports Inception. Our idea, Danny, we need to get inside Greg's head and plant the idea that the Texans will beat the Eagles and make the playoffs.
Agreed.
All right, so let's start it up. Let's go to our first layer.
Texans defense has played well the last 2 weeks and is riding an emotional high after the Andre Johnson fight. Eagles defense, suspect, allowing over 100 yards on the ground a game. One thing the Texans defense does do well, it stops the run. And that's what drives the bus for the Eagles. Jay Cutler threw for 4 touchdowns against Philadelphia.
Ooh, what do you think, Greg?
Man, that seems great and all, but with this defense we got, Michael Vick, Macklin, Jackson, how is this Eagles offense going to fare against the Texans? How are we going to stop them?
All right, how is the Eagles offense going to fare against this crappy Texans defense? If the Texans stay committed to the run, well, that will keep the Eagles' offense off the field, Greg, and thus limiting the Eagles' big play threats in LaShawn, in Deshaun, in Macklin. And, I mean, the Texans do have the best running back in the game. If you give him the ball and eat clock off the time in 30-degree weather, it's going to have to happen that way. And the secondary will have to make less plays when the Eagles are not there, and that includes Kareem Jackson. The Eagles' best corners, by the way, Asante Samuels, 7 interceptions. He might not play. He's injured. He might be hampered. And outside of Asante, the Eagles' defense only has 12 interceptions. So even the passing game could get going here.
That's fine, guys, but have you seen Arian Foster run in cold weather this year? I haven't.
Look,
how's he gonna run?
We beat the Titans, which beat the Eagles. The Eagles beat the Falcons, who beat the Ravens. So the team that beat the other team is clearly better. If transitive properties have shown us anything, we know that. So the Texans, by wrestling rules, will beat the Eagles based on common matches. Plus, Thursday Night Football, official home for Mario Williams, and he'll have a monster game like he did back in 2007 when he had 3.5 sacks against the Broncos.
Ooh. What do you think, intern?
That's fine. Even if the Texans beat the Eagles, that doesn't mean they're making the playoffs. Look at their schedule.
What month are we in?
We
decided to look at what month we're in?
We're in December.
Well, Gary Kubiak's record in December and January is 14-6. After the Ravens win, the Texans will win out, and the Colts' injuries will finally catch up to them, thus creating a mess in the AFC South where the Texans take advantage and get to the playoffs. Thanks to a recommitment to the run game also, that will happen for real. And an aggressive defense that's been playing better, Greg. The Texans are winning out and making the playoffs.
Whoa. Holy crapper hill. Did you see her?
See who?
Her. Stacy.
Oh my God, Danny, that's a twist of the plot. Who is Stacy? Did you tell us everything about your brain, Greg? Who is Stacy, man?
Damn it, Greg, we needed this information 10 minutes ago.
You're gonna jeopardize everyone's life by not telling us about Stacy?
Secure the perimeter!
She broke my heart, guys, in high school.
She broke your heart in 2002 when the Texans first started up. And because of that heartbreak, Stacey's still walking around changing your opinion about the Houston Texans. And that's why you'll never, ever believe in the Texans until you learn to give it up. Give up Stacey.
No way, guys. I can never give up Stacey. Never.
Sueños.
And scene. We wake up 10 minutes later. So what do you think, Greg?
Man,
do you believe in the Houston Texans now? Do you think they're going to win Thursday night?
Oh, yeah, 45-17, man. Easy, man.
Do they make the playoffs?
The Colts are losing out, man. I think we can. Something happened?
I need someone to plant the idea that sports obsession was a good idea in my head.
We have to go back next week.
I just have one question for you. Can you say "Brrr"?
I want to thank Andrew, our other intern, Andrew LaGuardia, for help writing this segment. One of the best things ever. The reading was fantastic. All right, let's do this. Tymo, why don't you come in here real quickly? We all know Tymo. Tymo is a P1 listener. He does the P1 podcast. He is a guy who's open about his opinions of 1560 The Game. He listens all the time, so he has a good base of what's funny, what's not. On a scale of 1 to 10, Tymo, how do you grade this segment?
Solid 7.
Matt, go fire it off. I wish I had control of the burn. Do you feel like we did a good job of planting a seed in Greg's head?
Knowing Greg the way I do, I have no doubt in my mind that you changed his opinion on what the Texans are going to do.
I'm going to open this up for listeners.
I'm not saying that Greg is weak-minded or anything, but I think it's a good job. I'm just saying.
It needed more Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau on a mobile will be calling in here pretty soon at 9:50. We have him down for that one. Sports Inception. Let's take your grades on it. 713-439-1560.